Hi, this is a review of the order trading system activity for April the 11th, 2022. We had 8 trades on that day, 3 were buys and 5 were short sells. First trade was APPS. And that is Digital Turbine Incorporated, tripped at 11:36 a.m. at a price of 38.83. It was a buy. It closed the day at 38.83, up 0.03% and down 0.10% pre-market. So let's see if there's any opportunity here. So yeah, 11:36. So it came up around here, 39, 39, 39, 39, 39. Okay, so it was pretty much up above the whole, it was above the tripping price for a good portion of the afternoon, so that's a positive. Just happened to come down to the tripping price at the end of the day, but it looks like the stock itself is doing fairly good, at least price-wise. We'll take a quick look at the indicators. OBV looks okay. MACD, not too bad. Came up, stabilized, moved sideways. DI, up. You can see end of day, though, DI showing that it did drop at the end of the day. Bollinger Band showing actually more of a sideways movement and a bit of a downward trend activity, which we were seeing in DI. Next trade is MRNA. And that's Moderna Incorporated, tripped at 12:15:05 p.m. at a price of 159.83. It also was a buy. It closed the day at 160, down 0.52% and down 0.02% pre-market, but it still closed above its tripping price, so that's a positive. And we will have a quick look at the indicators. You see it came up during the tripping period, and then OBV pretty much went sideways. MACD came up. And MACD not too bad, multiple periods where it's coming up. And the day it shot up too. DI it was up and then bouncing a little bit back and forth in the afternoon, and said end of the day it jumped up, and Bollinger Band basically showing sideways movement and the day moving up. So sideways, then up at the end of the day closing. Next trade is CLVS. That's Clovis Oncology Incorporated, tripped at 12:55:16 p.m. at a price of 249. It was a short sell. It closed the day at 242, down 6.56%, and is down 2.07% pre-market showing. That's another positive as it closed below its tripping price. We'll take a look at the indicators. Yeah, volume showing that it was coming down. MACD pretty much down. DI down pretty much most of the afternoon, but bouncing back and forth for the previous part. Bollinger Band pretty much showing almost sideways movements, and then end of the day, it actually is where it started dropping down, even though it did trip here at the beginning of the afternoon, which it was down, but it looks like. Next trade is MPC. That's Marathon Petroleum Corporation, tripped at 1:01 p.m. at a price of 84.84. It was also a short sell. It closed the day at 84.88, down 2.32%, up 0.14% after hours. So let's see, 1 p.m. probably it was roughly around here. Yeah, it came down and recovered, and yeah, end of the day it came down to around closing, but pretty much after that period of time it was up. We'll see if the indicators show any kind of identification of activity. OBV shows it was down, MACD shows it down, DI shows it down. Yeah, okay, the indicators are showing that the stock was moving down, so we'll say that's a possibility. At the end of the day, it was showing down. DI showing down pretty much most of the day. Bollinger Band down and down. So, the indicators are showing that stock was moving down. Next trade is CCJ. That's Chemical Corporation. It tripped at 1:45:05 p.m. at a price of 30.52. It closed the day at 30.63. I'm sorry, that was a buy. I didn't say it was a buy. It was a buy. So it closed at 30.52, tripped at 30.52, closed at 30.63, up 1.06%, up 0.23% pre-market here. So that's another positive. And we'll look at the indicators just to make sure that they are showing. Yeah, volume good. At the end of the day, actually, MACD showing a fairly good steady increase. The action, okay, but you see, closing period time or end of day, it dropped a bit. And volume band showing thing, end of day, it dropped down a bit. So it was pretty much paused for most of the day. It just happened to be it closed down. Next trade is MCHP. That's Microchip Technology Incorporated. It tripped at 2:40:54 p.m. at a price of 65.89. It was a short sell. It closed at 65.81, down 0.77%, and pre-market is down 0.11%. So that stock is down, and it's positive for that one also. Okay, we'll check the indicators on that one. Yeah, you see here afternoon volume was down. MACD pretty much shows a pretty much steady decline also afternoon. DI fairly strongly negative, even though bouncing back and forth mid-afternoon, but down pretty much, Bollinger Band down. So that stock definitely was moving down. Next trade is YUM. Excuse me. That's Yum Brands Incorporated, tripped at 3:45:11 p.m. at a price of 118.07. It was a short sell. It closed the day at 118.31, down 0.72%. No activity here afterwards. Okay, well, check to see if there's any activity that shows that it stayed down below 3:45. So we're talking end of day here. So yeah, it came down and came back up. So that's not enough time for it to really be an indication of it. Volume shows down, come back up though, even though it came down. Volume, MACD showing positive. Yeah. The indicators are not showing concretely that the stock is moving consistently down. So at the end of the day, so it's also very hard, but it's just not enough to give a good indication of. Well, actually, that's Yum, and I'm looking at the wrong one. Sorry, people. No, actually, 13.55. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Ah, that's why. Sorry, the previous page actually had the stock. 3-4. Okay, there we go. Okay. End of day up. Same thing. End of day up. End of day up. End of day up. So yeah, same results, different graph. The stock was moving up, so it's just not enough there to indicate its direction. So next trade is TNXP. And that is TNXP Pharmaceuticals Holding Corporation. It tripped at 3:55.13. Yeah, I didn't realize that this stock here. I won't include a stock if it closes 10 minutes. If it closes after 10 minutes before closing, I won't include it. So I'm not going to include this, even though it 19 cents, 1977, down 4.49%, 0.05%. We did look at the indicators before, and it was showing somewhat downwards activity. So, well, actually, it's a big question mark. But anyway, I'm not going to include it, so I said 8, but technically, because of this stock closing so late in the day, I'm not going to include it because there's just not enough time there to really make an evaluation strong enough. So, we actually had 7 stocks, and only 4 short sells. We have 5 buys, 1 negative, and 1 positive. So 5 out of 7. 71% and 6 out of 7 with possibility, so 86%. So 71 positive, 86 with the possibility. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you very much.